It has long been rumoured that Meghan Markle was a yacht girl, as author Kirby Summers suggested that the then Meghan Markle likely spent time with Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein before she even met Prince Harry.
The internet has seen Meghan Markle in many guises. The struggling actress, the duchess, the victim, the feminist icon. But this week, a very different version of Meghan came crashing into the public eye, and it was Jon Stewart who made sure. The whole world laughed at her expense. It began when a set of leaked photos allegedly tying Meghan to the infamous Yacht Girl lifestyle of her pre-Harry days started circulating online. The images were messy, controversial, and impossible to ignore. And while Meghan's PR team scrambled desperately to contain the fallout, Stewart did what comedians do best. He took the story mainstream.
We again highlight the mucky murkiness and mendacious manner of this alleged yacht girl. According to Urban Dictionary, a yacht girl is an attractive young woman who finds ways to get access to luxurious surroundings by being.
Meghan was shown as a woman who had spent years acting like she was self-made and real. But the world was reminded that her past was not about hard work and struggle, but more about high society connections made on luxury yachts. His best line of the night was, "Meghan Markle, Disney princess by day, Wolf of Wall Street networker by night." The audience exploded with laughter, clapping and howling as the cameras focused on Stewart's mocking smile. The segment didn't just work, it blew up. Stewart's crowd enjoyed every single second, and their reactions spread all over social media within minutes.
To wealthy men. In Hollywood, the term yacht girl essentially means a woman who works as an escort for high-end clientele, not just on yachts, but any social event. In 2013, The Hollywood Reporter ran a feature describing this so-called yachting during the Cannes.
Clips of the roast quickly spread all over TikTok and Twitter, mixed with yacht videos, memes, and sarcastic captions like, "From yachts to palaces." What Meghan had wanted to hide was now being made even bigger by one of the most powerful comedians in America. And without doubt, Meghan was angry. Insiders said she saw Stewart's attack as a direct hit on her character, a planned move to destroy the public image she had worked on for years. For someone who is obsessed with controlling her story, there is nothing worse than being made fun of. You can deny claims, you can release statements, but once a comedian turns your name into a joke, you cannot stop people from laughing. And for Meghan, it was even worse.
People have pointed to an old photo of Markle on a yacht as proof that she's a former yacht girl. Another old blind item also suggested the former actress was available to rent. If you see B actress post scantily clad photos of themselves on social media, this is often a con to them. But this
has now been mainstreamed to millions of viewers.
Harry has reportedly stayed completely quiet. He hasn't defended her, hasn't spoken out against the jokes, and hasn't tried to prove them wrong. And in the Sussex household, that silence is painfully loud. Behind closed doors, sources say, Meghan is furious, not just at Stewart, but also at her husband for refusing to protect her from the public mockery. It's another clear sign that the cracks in their once strong partnership are getting bigger. The embarrassment has many layers. These leaked photos, which Meghan had hoped would stay hidden, have not only come back, but have now been turned into comedy. And once Jon Stewart makes you the subject of a roast, the story stops being just gossip. It becomes part of pop culture history. The Yacht Girl label, once only whispered about in forums and private circles.
Film festival. Women installed on yachts in Cannes during the film festival are called yacht girls, and the line between professional prostitutes and B or C-list Hollywood actresses and models who accept payment for sex with rich older men is sometimes very blurred, explains one film industry veteran. Many people have accused Meghan Markle of yacht.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now it has been pushed into the mainstream for millions of people to see, laughed at, mocked, and permanently stamped into her public image. For Meghan, this is a nightmare. Her most closely guarded secret has been exposed. Her image as an empowered Duchess has been torn apart, and her past has been turned into a joke that no number of polished PR interviews can ever fully remove. When Jon Stewart roasted Meghan Markle on his show, the jokes alone were harsh enough, but what happened afterward was possibly even worse. The roast didn't just stay inside the studio, it escaped, spread across the internet, and became a cultural avalanche. Meghan is no longer only the subject of leaked
person is available to rent for a weekend of yachting. The tweet says, including a photo of Markle in a swimsuit. Markle's close friendship pre-Harry with actress Priyanka Chopra has naturally led some to guess that Chopra once yachted as well. In 2016, a Toronto native named Adam Haun invited Meghan.
The Yacht Girl whispers are no longer just whispers. She has now become the punchline of a worldwide joke. And once you reach that level of mockery, there's no way to spin it back in your favor. Within hours of the broadcast, Stewart's segment was clipped, turned into memes, and remixed on every major platform. TikTok creators added his punchlines over old red carpet clips of Meghan, making fun of the gap between her polished Duchess image and the alleged past she wanted to hide. Twitter exploded with hashtags like Cheer Yacht Girl Exposed and War JSS Stewart Roast, while Instagram Reels used his lines as captions on montage videos of her most staged public appearances. The harsh brilliance of comedy is that it locks in a story in a way that serious news reports never can.
2016 in Croatia, he wrote, "Meghan, any chance you'd be in the market looking to join my friends and I'd boat for Yacht Week? If it's real, it looks like he was trying to get her involved in what could have been trafficking and she never responded back." Turns out that Meghan did visit Croatia 2 years.
1,000 articles debating Meghan's authenticity could never match the impact of a single Jon Stewart joke. And now, for millions of people, Meghan Markle is no longer just a former actress or a duchess. She's the punchline about a yacht. Inside Hollywood, the response has been very telling. Industry insiders are said to be entertained by Stewart's roast, with some quietly saying it was long overdue. For years, Meghan has tried to present herself as a powerful figure, placing herself in the company of celebrities, producers, and executives. But behind closed doors, the whispers have always been doubtful. Many see her as a brand built more on drama and controversy than on real talent.
Before that tweet, recently discussed in a 35-minute podcast shared on YouTube last week, crusading author of Ghislaine Maxwell, an unauthorized biography Kirby Summers, examines the connection between the Duchess of Sussex, Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell, effectively suggesting Markle's mate Marcus Anderson of Soho House.
Stewart has pulled those private whispers into the open, and now people in Hollywood can laugh freely. Rival actresses, PR teams, and producers who used to quietly roll their eyes at Meghan's self-promotion are secretly enjoying her embarrassment. In an industry where image means everything, being roasted by a respected comedian isn't just shameful. It's a clear sign that your credibility is falling apart. Meanwhile, Meghan's team is in total chaos. Their whole plan has always been to control the story, to hide damaging news behind polished interviews, sympathetic documentaries, and carefully planned appearances. But comedy is their weakness, and they have no defense against it.
To be a connector going back as far as 2001, Summers argues the mainstream media may have a photo of her on a yacht in Phuket, Thailand, cavorting with Prince Andrew at the behest of the mucky Madam Maxwell, and since croaked paedophile Epstein. Concluding on Twitter, Summers observed, "The Duchess of Sussex is controlled by the same forces that controlled Jeffrey."
You can't take Jon Stewart to court for making a joke. You can't release a polished press statement that makes people stop laughing. The whole format of late-night satire makes denying it impossible. Reports say her advisors are struggling to decide whether they should completely ignore the roast or try to respond. But here's the problem. Staying silent makes it look like she's guilty, while speaking out only makes the story grow bigger. It's a no-win situation, and Meghan knows it. And then there's Harry. He used to be her loudest defender, but this time he has stayed completely silent during the scandal. Sources close to them say Harry feels deeply uneasy, embarrassed that the Yacht Girl rumors he had hoped would never come out are now back in the spotlight.
It is possible. One thing that makes me believe that yes, Meghan was a yacht woman is that Virginia Roberts Giuffre lawyers wanted to subpoena Meghan Markle as a witness. So if Meghan had not been on Epstein's yacht at the same time as Andrew, why do you think Virginia's lawyers wanted Meghan to be grilled as a witness? IMO, the royal family have paid Virginia Roberts Giuffre out of court.
They are now headline comedy material. Harry's silence isn't helping Meghan. If anything, it's making her even angrier. Behind the scenes, insiders say Meghan feels abandoned and is demanding that Harry stand up for her more strongly. But what can he really say? The jokes are already out there. The images are already spreading. Any attempt to defend her would only bring even more attention to the story. What makes this roast especially damaging is that the Yacht Girl label has now moved from being just a fringe rumor to becoming a mainstream story. Before, it was something limited to gossip forums and harsh critics.
Epstein. In response to Summers' revelation, one royal watcher commented, "Was Meghan Markle a yacht girl? I can only say what is in the public domain. Christopher Jones, who was a yacht boy himself, said Meghan was a yacht girl, and there are photos of Meghan and Andrew together on the web. The Markles' lawyers have done a good job of paying and getting as many deleted.
It's now on late-night TV, laughed at by millions, and planted firmly in cultural memory. Once a label like that sticks, it's almost impossible to remove. Every time Meghan walks a red carpet, every time she launches a new project, the jokes will come back. Online, the comments are harsh. People aren't just laughing at Stewart's jokes, they're adding their own. Some make fun of Meghan for always acting like the victim while keeping secrets from her past. Others highlight the irony of her speaking about empowerment while allegedly moving through elite yacht circles. And the memes, those are merciless. Pictures of Meghan on a yacht with captions like "manifesting royalty."
To stop further scandal about Meghan's sordid past life, but that's only my humble opinion. If you research, you'll find evidence that Virginia's lawyers wanted to subpoena Meghan.
In Halloween costumes to just have one fun night on the town before it was out in the world that we were a couple.
So you went with Harry to a Halloween party and they had no idea it was the two of you?
No.
Meghan's image is being edited into Titanic scenes, with Harry waving from the dock. It's brutal, it's viral, and it can't be stopped. This isn't just another PR problem, it's a turning point. Once someone becomes a comedy stereotype, they almost never recover. Think about it. When was the last time a public figure roasted by Jon Stewart, John Oliver, or Stephen Colbert came back without scars? Comedy locks reputations in place like nothing else can. For Meghan, being branded forever as the Yacht Girl Duchess means her image of authenticity and empowerment has been permanently damaged.
You're able to just sort of have one final fun night out.
Now, there are people at home going, I was at that party.
Oh, right, exactly.
I'm sure. They're like, I was at the post-apocalyptic party. That
In
was
Toronto,
it. Which
yeah.
ones were they?
Yeah.
And we kept saying this Halloween, we were like, this is your chance. You can go out. You can get dressed up and actually go out. But y'all chose to stay home this year.
We were home and we saw it.
The sad part for Meghan is that her whole empire is built on image. Every brand deal, every documentary, every public appearance depends on the belief that she is more than just gossip, that she is an important, influential cultural figure. But Jon Stewart destroyed that idea in just a few minutes of satire. And now, no matter how many Netflix contracts she signs or how many big stage speeches she gives, people will always remember the laughter. The fallout is only starting. If Meghan's leaked photos and Stewart's roast keep filling headlines, things will only get worse. And imagine what will happen once other comedians jump in. Late-night comedy thrives when it smells weakness, and Meghan has just been hurt badly. The big question is, does she fight back with more PR, risking even more mockery? Or does she pull away quietly, realizing that one of her darkest secrets has now become worldwide entertainment? Either way, the Yacht Girl Duchess scandal isn't going anywhere. Jon Stewart made sure of that,